Today's topic is proteins. So, what are the learning outcomes of today's topic? At the end of this lesson, we will know that what are proteins, what are the sources of proteins, and what are its functions. Now, these three things from the basics from 5th or 4th standard we have studied many times. So, what is the difference between that learning and today's learning? The thing is that today, as we are in 9th standard, we will be studying this a little bit in details. In the previous classes, we have learned an overall or overview of proteins. Today, it will be a little bit difficult or a little bit in details. So, let us start with today's video. Now, what are proteins? Proteins are actually large amounts of amino acids which are arranged together. So, large amounts of amino acids. What does this amino acids do? These amino acids actually help us to build the body. So, these are actually the building blocks of proteins, and they play a critical role in different functions, vital processes in our body, like building of proteins and synthesis of hormones and as neurotransmitters. Now, these we can say, what are amino acids? These are actually the building blocks of proteins. So, what are these? These are building blocks of proteins. Now, this amino acids I think you have studied in your chemistry. So, you know the chemical formula of amino acids. Now, previously we have told that carbohydrates and fats are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Here also proteins are made of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but they are having an amino group. That is, NH2 group is there, and so nitrogen is mandatory, or it is a part of protein. Now, another thing we can say that this nitrogen which is present in this amino acid, it provides much of the body's nitrogen requirement. Now, this amino group contains nitrogen, so amino acids, they contain amino group, NH2 group, and this nitrogen, it plays a very important role in a body's nitrogen part. So, whatever nitrogen is required in the body, it comes from this amino group of this building blocks or amino acids of proteins. Now, let us see what are the sources of protein. From where do we get proteins? So, these are the main sources of proteins. Now, the plant proteins, we can say the plant proteins are beans, groundnuts. Now, in this diagram, we have shown different types of nuts, cashew nuts, almonds, several types of legumes and pulses I have also shown. And when it comes to the animal proteins like fish, meat, egg, and the milk products are also a good source of protein. Now, lean meat is a protein, that is chicken. It is a protein which is without fat, fatless. When we are moving on to red meat, so it will be with fat. So, these are all plant proteins. This part is plant protein. Okay, these are all plant protein. These are all animal proteins, and this is milk or dairy products, milk products, right? So, these are all plant proteins, these are animal proteins, and these are milk products. So, let us those who are not taking animal products, they can depend on milk products or different types of plant proteins like legumes and nuts and pulses like wheat, maize, etc. Cereals also, they are good sources of protein. Those who are taking animal protein, they are having adequate amount of protein in their diet, and actually protein till the age of 40 or 45, more amount of protein is required as the body is in a building form. So, body building things are required. Then gradually after 42, 43 years of age, we should reduce the consumption of proteins. Then if we take more amount of protein, that is not good for our health. That again in higher classes we will study. Now, let us move on to the functions of proteins. Now, what is the main function of protein? Protein is actually the structural component of the body. It is actually the structural component of the body. Now, proteins are actually found in our skin. They are found in bones. They are found in hair, muscles, blood vessels, as well as in blood. Now, we can take examples of keratin. Is a protein. Keratin is present in our hairs and our nails. So that is protein keratin is present in our bone, hair, as well as in our nails. Now collagen is also a protein. So where do we find this collagen? Collagen is found in our skin. It is found in tissues where muscles are binding with tissues. There collagen is found. That is also protein. Now, when we move on to proteins which are used for building and maintaining the body tissues, so there are several proteins which are used to build the body, like they are called structural proteins or elements which are building the cells as well as the tissues. Okay, they are acting as building and maintaining the tissues. Now, there are several enzymes which are protein in nature. Okay, there are several enzymes like trypsin, pepsin, renin. These are all enzymes which are protein in nature and they help in our digestion process. So, these are all digestive enzymes and they help in the biochemical reactions of the body. Now, when you move on to 11th and 12th, you will have a part in biology, that is biochemistry, where you will be studying with all these biochemical reactions which require these enzymes. Without these enzymes, there is no breakdown of certain elements in our body. So, these are all protein enzymes. Is it clear? Now, there are several hormones also which regulate our body functions. That is, we can say that insulin is one such hormone which is secreted from the pancreas. I think you remember that it is secreted from pancreas and which regulates the glucose level of our body. Okay, is it clear? Everyone, please go through your textbook, Functions of Protein. If anything you are not understanding, write it, ask me in my comment box so that I can clear your doubts. Now, protein acts as a hormone. I have told you that insulin is a protein hormone and it is secreted from the pancreatic cells, the islets of Langerhans cells of the pancreas in our body, and it maintains the glucose level in our body. So, it is a very important protein hormone. So, now next let us see that what is this protein's other functions. Now, these functions are continued. They act as antibodies. So, what are antibodies? Now, everywhere, whenever we are listening to the news, wherever we are listening to debates, we see that doctors are talking about these antibodies. They are talking about high protein diets. Why? That we should know. Because they are telling that antibodies should be more in our body to fight the disease, to fight corona. Why? Because antibodies are blood proteins which protect the body from foreign substances called antigens. So, whenever the virus is entering the body, it is the antigen with which the antibody of the blood proteins need to fight. Now, these vaccines which are being given nowadays, what they are doing, they are promoting the antibodies or antibody production in our body. So, this antibody production which is being increased by the vaccine or the intrusion of antigens in our body, that has led to antibody production. So, more the antibodies in our blood protein, more the antibodies in our blood, these are actually proteins, more will be the fighting action against the viruses. That is, our body will be more immune. Is it clear? So, it helps in building up the immune system of the body which acts as antibodies. And these antibodies are nothing but the blood protein. So, we are being vaccinated against the coronavirus so that antibodies are being produced against that specific virus. But generally, any antigen, when it comes inside our body fights with the help of this natural antibodies. Now, there are several types of antibodies also. So, immunoglobulin A to E, that you will study when you are studying in higher classes. Okay, there is no scope for this discussion of antibodies, type of antibodies here. When you go to higher classes, then you will study about the different types of antibodies. Now, let us move on to how the proteins act as transport proteins. Now, this transport proteins, hemoglobin in blood, sorry, there is a typing. So hemoglobin is blood is one such example of transport proteins. Okay, so hemoglobin proteins, they are also acting for transportation of several things from one part of the body to another. Now hemoglobin, we all know that it is present in the blood, which carries like one substance from one place to another. So oxygen binds with hemoglobin and it is being carried from one part to another. So hemoglobin is one of the transport proteins, where heme, it is the iron part, heme is the iron part and globin is the protein part. Okay. Now there are several protective proteins also which helps our body to fight infections. So protective proteins are also there. So let us see a chart and go through it, that what are protective proteins and what are the several types of proteins which help our body in different ways. Now first let us see that here are enzymatic proteins. I told you earlier that there are several enzymes like trypsin, renin and pepsin. Like these are digestive enzymes, enzymatic proteins. There are several structural proteins like collagen, elastin in animal connective tissues which help to bind the muscle and the skin and the bone. Keratin is present in hair, now horns and feathers and other skin appendages. These are structural protein which support us. Please go through this chart carefully. Next comes the storage proteins, that is storage of amino acids. Ovalbumin in the egg white, casein the protein of milk and the storage proteins in plant seeds. There are several transport proteins. Just now I discussed hemoglobin are the transport proteins. Next comes the hormonal proteins like insulin, a hormone which is secreted by the pancreas from the islets of Langerhans. Now there are certain receptor proteins also which whatever response of the cell to chemical stimuli. So receptors in the nerve cells, there are several proteins also which are acting as receptors in the nerve cell membrane. And there are several contractile and motor proteins also which help in the movement like actin and myosin. Now when you are studying this neurotransmission or any lesson or on the transmission, there you will study this receptor thing in details. But in 9th standard it is not in your book or not in your syllabus. So it will be very difficult to understand if I start discussing about the receptor protein. So remember, keep in your mind, in the higher classes when you study this, you will study about the receptor proteins in details. So they help in the stimulation of the nerve cell membranes. And next comes contractile or motor proteins like actin and myosin in the muscles. They are also proteins. That also you will study in higher classes. For 9th standard, just go through this chart. You learn this chart, you learn the types of proteins which are present in our body and whatever functions they are doing. Just go through it. First you just understand what are enzymatic proteins, what are structural proteins, storage protein, transport, hormonal, receptor and contractile proteins. Just go through them, understand them properly. Any doubts, I am there to clear it to each and everyone. So don't go to details of this, because your questions will be on this only, because you will not get questions on the detailing of actin, myosin, how they work in the muscle. So that is a part of nerve muscle physiology. So here I am not discussing about that nerve muscle physiology part or this neuroreceptor, neurotransmission thing. It is not there in your syllabus right now. So whatever is in the portions, whatever is in your syllabus, I am just sticking to that. Go through it and just try to understand each and every part. One day I will sit and discuss with you all the question answers or all the types of objective as well as subjective questions with you. So this is today's topic on protein. So let us conclude this topic. So today we have understood what are proteins, what are the important sources of protein, both plant proteins as well as animal proteins as well as dairy products, and what are the main functions of proteins and what are the different types of proteins and their function. So I think till now it is clear to you all. So next episode we will be studying about vitamins and minerals. So subscribe to my channel so that you keep on getting my updates. Thank you.